Do you have a gift that you need to package for Valentine's Day? In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these easy gift boxes out of paper. These boxes will make your gift more special and add a personal touch to your gift. There are 6 easy and pretty designs to make, and they all have the same box for the base. So first I'm going to show you how to make the box. You need 2 sheets of paper in any color you want. You can just use regular printer paper or you can use cardstock to make a stronger box. First we need to make it into a square. Start with 1 sheet of rectangular paper. If it has 2 sides like mine, start with the right side facing up. Ignore the holes in my paper, it's not supposed to have any holes. Fold the corner of the paper until the edge lines up with the side of the paper. Crease. This should look like a triangle with an extra flap on top. Take the extra flap on top and fold it over just until it reaches the edge of the triangle. Crease, then unfold. Flip the paper over and repeat the same crease on the other side. Unfold everything. Now you can cut the top part off. Cut along the crease line and try to keep it straight. Once that is cut off, you should have a square. The square should have a diagonal crease down the middle. Make 2 of these so that there's one for the lid and one for the bottom of the box. Set one aside. First we're going to make the lid. Start with the paper right side up. As you can see, there's already a diagonal crease going this way, so we need to make one going the other way. Take the top right corner and meet it with the bottom left corner. Make sure the edges line up. Crease, then unfold. You should have X-shaped crease lines. Now take the top edge of the paper and meet it with the bottom edge of the paper to fold it in half. Make sure the edges align. Crease, then unfold. We're going to make one more line going in half the other way. Take the right edge of your paper and meet it up with the left edge until the edges line up. Crease, then unfold. Your paper should look like an X with a plus sign. Flip the paper over. The wrong side should be facing up. Take a corner and meet it to the center point. Crease. The sides of the paper should line up with the crease lines we just made. Take the next corner and meet it to the middle point. Crease. Do the same for the rest of the corners. Once all your corners are folded, it should look like this. Now fold the paper in half. There should already be a crease there, but I'm just refolding it. Unfold. As you can see, you've created a middle line. Take the top edge of the paper and meet it to the middle line. Make sure the edges line up with the middle line. Crease. Then take the bottom edge and do the same. Meet it to the middle line and crease. Unfold both folds we just made. Rotate the paper. Now we're going to make the same creases on the other side of the paper. Take the top edge and meet it to the middle. Crease, then do the same to the bottom. Unfold both. Your paper should look like this. Next, unfold both top and bottom flaps. Fold in the right side by using the crease that's already there. Fold in the left side. Prop up both flaps so that it's standing upright. These will be the side walls of the box. Now we're going to make the wall by pushing in the sides on the top of the box. The creases that are already there should make it fold inwards when you push it. Fold the top part over. Now you have another wall of the box. Do the same to the other side. It should easily go in by using the folds that are already there. The diagonal crease should fold inwards when you push it. Fold it over and press it down to create the final wall. Now you have the bottom of the box. Pinch the corners and shape it into a square. After that you have the bottom, but you still need to make the top. To make the top, take the other piece of paper that you set aside earlier. As you can see, I already made all the starting crease folds and folded the corners to the middle, just like the first box. Now I'm moving on to the next step, which is folding the top and bottom to the middle. But we're going to do something different to the lid. I'm drawing on the middle line so you can see it better. Fold the top edge of the paper down, but don't go all the way to the middle line. Leave a tiny gap before the middle line. Crease. The edge of the paper is not touching the middle line. Fold the bottom edge of the paper the same way, leaving a gap before the middle line. Crease. This is how your paper should look. The top and bottom edges both have a gap before the middle line. Once you have that, unfold both and rotate the paper. We're going to make the same folds on the other side. I'm drawing in the middle line again. Now fold the top edge over but leave a small gap before the middle line, just like the previous fold. Do the same to the bottom. Crease, then unfold. Unfold the top and bottom flaps, then fold in the right and left sides. Prop them up to make side walls. Push in on the side of the top flap and let the creases fold in. Fold the top flap over. Do the same to the other side to make the walls. Now your lid is done. Just pinch the corners and shape it into a square. You can fit the lid of the box to the bottom of the box. It fits together nicely and you can take it apart like this. I made 6 other boxes out of a variety of paper types and colors for the next step. Now that the box is done, you can decorate the top. I'm going to show you 6 different designs starting from the easiest to the hardest. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more art and DIY tutorials. And turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any. The first design is a simple washi tape heart. All you need is a piece of white paper and some different patterns of washi tape. First, draw a heart on your paper. This will be the guideline to where you will cut it after it's done. Choose any patterns or colors of washi tape that you want. I use pink and red colors. Now take your washi tape and lay it down on top of the heart. Make sure the edge of the heart is covered with tape. It's okay to go outside of the guidelines that you drew because we're going to cut it off later. Keep adding more tape until the whole heart is filled. If the tape is too wide, you can cut it in half to get a thinner strip. This is how my heart looks once it's filled with tape. Cut it out along the guidelines that you drew. Now you have a heart shape that you can put on your box. Just stick it down with tape or glue on the lid of the box. Here is my final result. You can be creative with this one and make different patterns with different types of washi tape. The third design is super easy and quick to do. It's just a simple ring of tissue paper in the shape of a heart. All you need is some colored tissue paper. I chose pink, but you can use any color you want. First, lightly draw the heart on the box for the guidelines where you will put the tissue paper. Next, cut the tissue paper into strips. Try to make them all the same width and length. Once all your strips are cut, roll them into balls. Stick the tissue paper onto the box with glue. Place them according to the heart shape. Wait for it to dry and you're done. This one is really simple but pretty. Here's my finished result. The next design is a Cupid's arrow. You need some paper, ribbon, and a skewer or some kind of stick. To make the arrow, take the skewer and cut it to size if needed. It should be a little bit longer than the width of the box. I had a mini skewer, so it was already the perfect size. Now draw the arrowhead and tail feathers on any colored paper. I chose red paper. Cut out the shapes. Glue both pieces to the skewer. If your paper is double-sided, make sure the bad side on both pieces is facing the same way. Wait for it to dry. Now the arrow is done and ready to be put on the box. Now it's time to attach the arrow to your box. Take some red ribbon and wrap it over the box to measure how much you need. Once you find the correct length, cut it. It should be long enough to wrap around the box twice. Start with the box upside down. Place the ribbon under the box and grab both ends. Then cross it. Flip it over to the top of the box. Slide the arrow underneath the ribbon. Tie both ends of the ribbon on top of the arrow to secure it in place. The arrow is loose, so if you want to secure it, you'll have to glue it to the box. I just left my arrow without gluing and it didn't fall off the box. Lastly, I put a little paper heart in the middle using some tape. For the tail, I made little cuts on the side of the paper to make it look like feathers. Now you're done with your Cupid's arrow box. The next one is a string of hearts. All you need is some colored paper and string. First, I made one heart by drawing it on paper. I cut that heart out using scissors. Then I used that heart to trace the other hearts. You only need a couple of hearts. I traced 2 hearts so that I had 3 hearts in total. Cut the hearts out. Then cut your string. Measure it on the box and cut it to length. It should be long enough to go across the box with some extra string. Tape the string to the back of the hearts. Space them evenly along the string. I had to adjust the position of my hearts because it was spaced too far apart. Position the string where you want on the box. Now attach the string to the box by taping the ends on the inside of the lid. The design is now done. It was super easy and you can use pattern paper to create different colored hearts. The fifth design is a hot air balloon made out of paper hearts. This was inspired by a hot air balloon card that I saw online. Choose your color of paper and draw a heart on it. It's important to make this heart symmetrical, so trace one online if you need to. Fold the paper in half and cut it out. This way you will have 2 hearts the same size. Now use one heart to draw other hearts by tracing it on the paper. This will make sure the hearts are all the same size. Cut all the hearts out. You should have 5 hearts. Fold them in half vertically. Take a glue stick and glue one side of the heart. Place half of another heart on top. It should look like this. Keep adding on more hearts on top, but leave the last one. For the last one, instead of gluing half of the heart like the others, glue the whole heart. Open up the hot air balloon hearts and stick the last heart on the bottom. You should have something that looks like this in the end. This is the top of the hot air balloon. Glue the bottom of the balloon and stick it on the box. The top of the balloon is finished. Then I drew the basket of the hot air balloon with a pen. The hot air balloon gift box is done. I also glued some white paper clouds on the side. The next design is a rose heart. This one looks super pretty, but it takes the longest. Lightly draw a heart shape on the box with pencil. The roses will go inside this heart. Take a piece of colored paper and draw lots of circles or ovals. The circles should be kind of small. You don't need to make these perfect, I just loosely made an oval shape. These will be the roses, so you will need a lot. I probably used about 20 roses. Cut out all of the circles. Take a circle and cut it into a spiral. Start on the outside and cut your way inside while turning the paper, so it becomes a spiral. Once you're done, take a spiral and start rolling it into a rose. Start rolling on the outside. Don't make it too tight while rolling the paper. Once the paper is completely rolled, the rose is done. Now you will need to make all the other roses the same way. Now that I have all my roses, I'm going to stick them on the box. First, figure out how you want to place your roses on the box. Now I'm going to use some tape to stick the roses in place. Just use a little bit of tape on the bottom to stick it. Here is the finished result of the rose heart gift box. Now that your box is done, you can put your gift inside. It's perfect for items like candy, jewelry, soap, and other small gifts. The boxes are super pretty and you can customize it however you want. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my video on how to make soap that you can fill this box with. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.